everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, let me introduce myself because I haven't actually done this in a long time. My name is Dina. It is pronounced, yes, Dina. A lot of people mistake me for Deanna. My dad's name's Dean. They added an A. They got my name. I'm Dina. Welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you joining us today. Today we are talking about money correspondences. And I actually had filmed this video before, but I had problems with my camera focusing, so I had to scrap that video and I never refilmed it because a lot of things happened. As you may already know if you watched my previous video I just recently uploaded talking about everything that happened this year and why I was gone from YouTube. So I am refilming this video now. I wanted it to be a little bit of a mini series because I did do a protection magic correspondences video, and I basically just wanted to create a very simple guide to correspondences, something that you can use to get started in your magic, or even if you've already been practicing for a while, just like a brush up on things. Maybe you'll learn a few things that you didn't know, and it's just helpful information to know when you are creating your own spells. Now, before we get started, I just wanted to put out a disclaimer that this is by no means an all-encompassing list of correspondences. Of course, there are hundreds of correspondences out there, and correspondences are going to vary depending on which part of the world you're from, which culture, your specific, beliefs, religion, whatever it is. There's so many different variations of correspondences found throughout the world. However, there's also a lot of common ground around the world of what we consider to be money magic correspondences. And the reason why correspondences are so powerful is because of collective belief. Now, if you think about it, whenever we do any sort of spell, the thing that really fuels our magic, our spell, is our belief, is our thoughts, what we put out into the universe, what we believe, our intention. That is what really powers our spell. That is how we manifest. We create our own reality based on our beliefs. So when you think about it, when there are hundreds, if not thousands of people that believe that this herb, plant, color, crystal, whatever it is, represents this one specific thing, that is a lot of belief. That is a lot of collective belief, thought, intention, and that holds a lot of power. All it takes is one mind, one imagination to fuel a single spell. But if we are using something that is believed by so many people to do this thing, that holds a lot of power, and that's where the power of correspondences come from. I just want to also preface this video with letting you know that I do have another video actually all about money magic tips. I will pop a little photo for you guys to see here, and I'll put a link in the description box. This video that I'm filming right now is fantastic to get your money correspondences together so you can create your own spell. But this video that I'm going to link below is all about money magic tips for more successful money magic. Specifically, things that I have found in my own practice have been very helpful and very effective. May vary from person to person. Not everyone may agree with me, but those are things that I found in my own practice that I would like to share with you guys as well. So if you guys have not watched that video yet, highly recommend it. I talk about my top money magic spell that I have been doing continuously for couple years now that has brought a lot of wealth into my life. So definitely want to mention that. But yes, let's hop right into money magic correspondences now. So I have broken this video up into categories for you guys just to keep things very organized. So the first thing we're going to talk about are herbs. And herbs, I feel like, are just something that a lot of people use in their spells. I find this is like one of the core ingredients in my spell work. I'm definitely leaning more towards the green witchery type stuff. I do love working with herbs, love plants. The first one that we want to talk about is cinnamon. What you may not know is that cinnamon is actually believed to bring good fortune to anyone who smells it. Throughout history, cinnamon was also very valuable in trade, which you'll actually find a lot of these correspondences go way back to when they were valuable in trade, or when they were very valuable at keeping a family fed for a long time. Due to its scarcity and its cost to import, it was seen as very valuable. Now, the intense scent, the spicy smell of cinnamon is actually associated with the sun. And many of you may know that the sun is considered a very active energy, a very, fiery energy. The energy of manifestation, the energy of going after what you want. Cinnamon very widely thought of as, you know, prosperous energy, good fortune, money attracting herb. So if you use cinnamon in your spell work, you know it has a lot of belief, a lot of intention to back it up. The next one is allspice. I often add allspice as well to my little money magic jars, things like that. I put it in honestly any sort of money magic spell. Allspice is actually associated with good luck. So anything to do with good luck, whether it's good luck attracting money, but you can use it for other types of luck spells, allspice is very effective for that. Now, if you go way back to old folklore, you'll see that allspice is easy to add to spell bags, your wallet, your kitchen magic. It has been used for a very long time for those uses. The next herb I want to talk about is basil. So basil is actually associated with Mars, and Mars is also the element of fire, just like the sun. So it is also that very active masculine energy of, you know, manifesting, attracting, going for what you want. Now, the Greeks actually bring basil to church to be blessed, and then they hang the sprigs in their home for health and prosperity. So it is considered a very holy herb, and I don't know if you guys heard of it, but I mean, it's basically just basil, but sometimes you'll find basil and it's called holy basil. So that's very interesting. Maybe it goes back to some of these things. I actually didn't really look into that, but would make sense. Another thing I do want to mention though is basil can be used for other things too, and a lot of these herbs can also be used for other things. They're gonna have multiple correspondences. So you can use basil for things other than prosperity, money, abundance, things like that. You're probably gonna see basil in like things like health spells, and they're not like a one-stop, like one-use thing. And that's something I love about herbs, is they're so multifaceted, multi-use purposed. You can use them in your spell work and use them for various types of spells, but on top of that, you can use them in your kitchen. So it's just like a fantastic ingredient, and it's something that's so accessible, and that's why I love herbs. The next herb I want to talk about is nutmeg. Now, nutmeg is a classic prosperity herb like cinnamon. Nutmeg has a very interesting, rich history. It's considered very valuable, and the things that people were willing to do for it were actually quite awful. I would do some more research for yourself, because I'm not going to talk about any of the really dark, heavy stuff on my channel here, just for the sake of, you know, keeping things light and good for everybody of all ages. Nutmeg has associations with the sun, the fire element, and Jupiter. Yeah, I feel like nutmeg, cinnamon, they kind of go hand in hand. I usually always incorporate a little bit of nutmeg in my prosperity magic, but maybe because you don't like the history, you won't want to use it. It really depends on who you're speaking to. I love cooking with nutmeg too, so it's just something I always have around the house anyways. We're gonna talk about vetiver next, and then we have a couple of other things that are kind of more plants / foods, not necessarily herb, but I put them in the same category. So anyways, vetiver. So vetiver, it has a very strong earthy scent, and we've already talked about earth element having a very strong correspondence with wealth, abundance, prosperity. So it is used to attract material wealth. It is associated with the Greek Hermes, who is connected to wealth and good luck. It is also connected to Mercury, which is the god of financial gain, commerce, and luck. Next, I want to talk about juniper. So both the juniper berries and needles can be used in money magic to invite good fortune and good luck. They are associated with the planet Saturn, as well as the sun and the element fire. Many cultures use the berries as good luck charms. And burning juniper is also thought to bring good fortune. And in many cases, juniper berries were actually worn around the neck as jewelry. So there's lots of different ways to incorporate it into your life. The next thing I want to talk about are sunflowers. So sunflowers are associated with prosperity, success, inspiration. So you can use their seeds. They are the most commonly used part of the plant, though all parts, you know, the leaves, the petals, can be used in your magic. Now, sunflowers are often associated with harvest and in turn abundance. And the Chinese actually associate sunflowers with long life, good luck, and happiness. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is rice. Though it's not an herb, this is the place that made most sense to put it. So rice is a symbol of abundance and prosperity. It is common in many forms of Asian magic and folk magic. You can use it in money bowls, you can keep it in a pouch, you can scatter it to offer blessings. You probably have also seen it being thrown at people Basically, it's a form of, blessings, and it's a tradition that's used in weddings, but it's used in all different cultures. When I was in Costa Rica and we had our waterfall ceremony, Lama Dorji, he actually threw rice as this part of the ceremony. So it's seen in a lot of different cultures. Though it's hard to find the exact origin of everything, I believe this has to do with how rice is something usually of lower cost, and it's also very abundant. So it's versatile for meals. It allows you to stay well fed. Money and material objects, things mean nothing if we don't have our health. That is like our number one link to our prosperity is our health, right? So if you think about it, if rice kept people from starving, obviously it's going to be thought of as a very prosperous food, something that has a very high value to it in that sense. So I love using rice in my money bowl, but you can use it in so many different types of spells as well. So that is all for like herbs / plants food. Let's move on to our crystals next. Now for crystals, I want to talk about green aventurine first. Now green aventurine is associated with good luck and fortune. It is the stone of opportunity. So not just money magic, but let's get creative here. Let's really think outside of the box with how are we gonna attract money? Because maybe you're unemployed, maybe you're trying to attract money, but you need a job, right? So maybe we use green aventurine to attract new opportunities, to get a new job, open some new doors. It's really helpful for that. So when I do my money magic, I like to kind of obviously leave space for the universe, but kind of think of all different angles of things. Like I'm not just including ingredients for attracting money. I'm including ingredients to open doorways to attract opportunities, because these are the things that are going to bring me more money. Not only is it great for that, but it's also great for strengthening personal growth and confidence, and balancing the heart chakra, releasing emotional blockages, which can also help you attract more prosperity. Think about it. If you are working on yourself, if you're working on your confidence, your belief in your ability to manifest money, your belief in you being worthy of manifesting and attract money, these are all things that we want to target when we are doing money magic. So green aventurine is a really good crystal because it represents all of these things. Moving on to citrine. A lot of you probably are familiar with citrine being a money magic crystal. Now citrine represents good fortune, wealth, health, and inspiration. It is connected to the energy of the sun, which we've already talked about. It's a very active energy. Citrine has also been used for centuries to bring prosperity and abundance into people's lives. It is considered the success stone and is also the merchant stone because it attracts abundance and financial success when placed near a cash register. So yeah, maybe you want to put a citrine if you don't work in a store or own a store. If you do, you can use it at your cash register, but otherwise you can maybe put it in your wallet. It's also associated with the third chakra. So the third chakra is your solar plexus chakra. And your solar plexus is connected to your will, it's your confidence, your belief in yourself, your ability to go after things that inspire you, that, motivate you. If your third chakra is balanced and healthy, then you have the confidence to manifest, then you have the confidence to go after things. It also appears to be often used in feng shui. Now let's move on to copper. So copper is the metal of Venus. It is known as a giver of goodness and positivity, and it is a bringer of good luck. It helps to encourage you to take more initiative in financial pursuits, and it is an excellent conductor of electricity and heat. Now think again, electricity, heat, it's that fire, that spark, that energy. You can kind of start to see all of the different connections. Now gold obviously is seen as very valuable in a lot of cultures. Gold has been seen as valuable going way back in history. It is the metal of the sun. Now think of wearing gold jewelry. Gold jewelry is always seen as very valuable. It's a beautiful, easy way to attract prosperity to you. Using gold flecks in jar spells, you can also do that as well, not just using actual gold. So if you don't have real gold, there are different things that you can use that are, connected to the energy of gold still, that you can incorporate into your spell work. Gold is actually perceived by people all around the world as a symbol of health, power, and a means of exchange. Again, let's think way back to trading times and what was seen as valuable in trading. Now, I kind of want to jump forward because I did things in a different order here, but I'm going to go backwards because I want to talk about pyrite next, because pyrite is considered fool's gold, and pyrite is a fantastic crystal to work with if you don't have real gold. I actually have some pyrite in my money bowl. I have some pyrite attached to my little money tree thing. Let me show you what it is. It's really cute, actually. So this little tree I got at a beautiful show. It was handmade. So the base is made out of pyrite, this gorgeous, huge piece of pyrite. And then the top leaves are made out of citrine. So it's this beautiful prosperity tree, and it has 2 correspondences right there. So this sits right on my desk. So yeah, pyrite is very affordable, very accessible. So if you can't get your hands on real gold, pyrite is fantastic. It's used as a substitute for gold in a lot of folk magic. It shimmers and looks rich and luxurious. It is connected to the solar plexus as well. It's connected to Mars, fire. It's used in feng shui to activate the wealth corner, which is, I'll put the word on the screen. I don't know how to say this, but it's, you know, the far left corner of your house if you stand at the front entrance. So yes, if you don't have gold, use some pyrite. Now I want to talk about jade. So jade is very, very valuable and is seen as good luck and prosperity and the Chinese culture. A lot of you may know that. If you go to a Chinese market, you'll see a lot of jade jewelry, different types of jade, you know, sculptures, things like that. Jade is very valuable in Chinese culture. The emperors in China actually considered it a heavenly gem. It was also used in Chinese culture as a material for practical and ornamental purposes early in history. So you can kind of see how these things, you know, throughout time have held their value and how they have woven themselves into these correspondences. Next, I want to talk about malachite. So malachite is also connected to prosperity. As you notice, a lot of these crystals I talk about are also green and gold. Green and gold are seen as very universal, wealthy, abundant colors. Except if you go to China, they also consider red to be a very abundant color. Red and gold, you see that a lot in the Chinese New Year. So it really depends on where in the world you go, but a lot of cultures do have green money, green currency. So that's kind of where that comes from, but also from the idea that, you know, the earth is green and the earth is one of the most prosperous things you could ever imagine. I mean, earth provides us with everything that we need. So a lot of the belief behind that with the green, you know, comes from that as well. So anyways, going back to malachite. So malachite has associations with prosperity. It is a very earthy color. Now it is connected to growth and vitality. Now malachite, if kept with your money, was actually believed to increase wealth, and traders also wore it during business transactions to attract profitable deals. It was known as the salesman's stone. Now the next one I want to talk about is tiger's eye. Tiger's eye is connected to manifesting your purpose, shifting your perspective, finding opportunity where you previously may have not noticed. It's to help you get through things that are difficult, take action on your dreams, and in turn become abundant. So tiger's eye, I would say, would be a fantastic stone to use if you are experiencing blocks with money. If you're experiencing blocks with being able to attract prosperity and blocks with feeling confident in yourself and feeling worthy of money. I mean, anyone really can use tiger's eye, but tiger's eye is really that oomph that kind of really gets you going and gives you that push when you are feeling blocked. So I would highly recommend that stone for, you know, if anyone's experiencing that specifically. And the final one I want to talk about today is turquoise. Turquoise is connected to Jupiter and Venus. It has copper in its chemical structure. It is actually one of the world's most ancient gems, and the ancient Egyptians adorned themselves with turquoise jewelry. Also, the Chinese artisans were carving it over 3,000 years ago. It is also the natural gem of Tibet and long considered a stone of health, good fortune, and protection from evil. A thing that I do want you guys to be cautious of though is when picking up turquoise, please be careful of who you buy it through. Make sure that it is actually turquoise turquoise and you're not getting ripped off, because a lot of people like to dye stones like howlite because it looks like turquoise, but it's not really turquoise. Turquoise is going to be a little bit more expensive, but there are some people that will try and rip you off and charge you turquoise prices, and it's not really turquoise. So just do your research, be careful where you pick up turquoise. You know, don't just order it on Amazon because it's probably not going to be real turquoise. Be careful where you get it. But if you get some real turquoise, it has a rich history and rich energy behind it. All right, so that is all for our crystals. Next, we're gonna move into the category symbols, and I will be placing pictures of the symbols on the screen so you guys can follow along with me. So the first symbols I'm gonna talk about are actually part of the Elder Futhark ruins. The first one is Fehu. Now, Fehu actually means cattle, which represented wealth and prosperity in that time period. If you had cattle, then you were prosperous because you were fed and you could trade it for other goods. It can also be used in modern magic practices. I mean, these things still hold that meaning. The next one is Kenaz. Sorry if I'm saying any of these wrong. I am out of practice with my ruins, so I probably am going to say some of these wrong. But Kenaz is associated with the torch. It has very fiery energy, which adds power to a money spell. It's really good for sparking inspiration for new projects. And obviously, you know, new projects could lead to some prosperity and abundance. Maybe you're an entrepreneur, you need a little spark of inspiration. This could be something that could be really effective in your money magic spells. The next one is Gabo. So Gabo actually means gift, and it is connected to unexpected blessings as well as surprises from the universe. Now, remember what I said before is that you should always be open to blessings from the universe. You don't know where your wealth, your opportunities, your money is going to come from. It can surprise you. So, you know, Gabo is a good way of embracing that idea of gifts from the universe. If we are open to it, the universe can gift us with some pretty cool things. So that's what Gabo means. The final Elder Futhark rune I want to talk about is Sowelo. Now, Sowelo is the rune of the sun. We've already talked about the sun. It represents power of success as well as fertility. It is a very vibrant and bright energy. And the next thing I want to talk about is the dollar sign. It is so simple, it sounds so basic, but think about it. How many people associate this symbol right here to money and abundance? Use it in your magic. It is, you know, in the US, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and a number of other countries and territories, it is associated with money and it's associated with abundance. So utilize it. Put some money signs around your house, put some money signs in your money jar, whatever it is. The next thing I want to talk about is pentacles. Pentacles represent material wealth and prosperity. As many of you may know, they are found in the tarot, and the pentacles in the tarot, that specific suit is associated with the earth element, which I've mentioned before. The earth represents wealth and abundance and prosperity because everything grows from the earth. The earth provides us with everything. She also heals. You know, she repairs herself. She is absolutely amazing considering how horrible humans have been to her. But the earth is the most prosperous, abundant element out there. So the fact that the pentacles are associated, connected with the earth element is very powerful. So use the pentacles in your magic. Oh my goodness, this video is going to take me a long time to edit. There's so much to talk about. But the next thing I want to talk about are deities. Now, deities, we're just going to quickly work our way through. If you guys want to learn more about these deities, you're interested to learn about the history, the mythology, whatever it is, please do your research. I am not going to get into all that because this video would be way too long. So let's just quickly go through these deities. The first one is Fortuna, which is the Roman goddess personifying good fortune. She is prayed to for blessings and fertility. The next one is Gaia. Now, Gaia is a Greek earth mother. Gaia is the planet itself, often seen as Mother Earth. She is the source of all abundance and bounty. And like I said, we've got Gaia, we've got Mother Earth, we've got so many different names for Gaia, for Mother Earth, you know, from different cultures, whoever you talk to. There's also Pachamama. So there's so many different names for her, as you'll see as you do more research. The next one is Ganesha, which is a Hindu elephant-headed god. Ganesha doesn't necessarily attract abundance. Instead, Ganesha is the remover of obstacles. So this can help remove obstacles in the way of your wealth, in the way of your abundance that you may be experiencing. For example, maybe you're a business owner and you have some things that are in the way of your success, Ganesha could be very powerful to work with, but really anyone could work with Ganesha because everyone has some obstacles to overcome. The next one I want to talk about is Hecate, which I actually have a Hecate statue right here. I love Hecate. Isn't that gorgeous? But yeah, there's my Hecate statue. I'll put her back on my altar. So Hecate, although she's not specifically a goddess of wealth, she is the crossroads goddess. She is the keeper of the keys. She can help with guiding towards better wealth, and has also known to be a granter of wishes and magical powers. You can be very creative too. Not everything in your practice is going to necessarily be exactly connected to wealth and prosperity, but it all kind of connects in some way when when you think outside the box and you think of all the different things that could be preventing you from seeking abundance or from attracting abundance and things like that. All right, so the next deity that we're going to talk about is Jupiter. Jupiter is a Roman god. It is a god over society, law, and empire. He is often petitioned for success and victory. So if you need to have some more success in your life, you're trying to, get a job or nail an interview or whatever it may be, Jupiter could be a very powerful energy to work with. If you also want to learn more about working with Jupiter, energy of Jupiter too, I do recall that Jason Miller talks about Jupiter a lot in his books. I have quite a few of his books, and he does love to talk about Jupiter. And he has stuff about the seals of Jupiter in there. So if you're interested in that, definitely look into them. Also just read Jason Miller's books in general because there's so much valuable information in there. Next, Lakshmi. So Lakshmi is the Hindu goddess ruling over good fortune and beauty. And finally, Mercury is a Roman god, and he is the god of prophets and merchants. Now finally, I just have a bit of a miscellaneous section for you, some other things that didn't really fit in those categories. So the first thing I want to talk about are days. You can really do money magic on any day you want, really, or any moon phase you want too. But there are specific days that hold a lot of power, a lot of meaning behind them that can also amplify your spell. So the first day is Thursday. Thursday is actually associated with Jupiter and is associated with blessings and your higher self. So maybe you want to do magic on a Thursday, or maybe you want to do some magic on a Tuesday. Tuesday is connected to Aries. It is connected to Mars. Think mardi in French. It is connected to your will, action, and your drive. It's a very fiery masculine energy. Honestly, any coins, bills, currency, you can use that in your money magic spells. Most people usually put that in their money bowls, which I have also done myself. I mean, if you don't have real money to put in your money bowl, like maybe that's not where you're at right now, use Monopoly money. I don't know. You get creative. You can really do anything. Finally, we did talk about colors. Green, gold is associated with a lot of, abundance and prosperity in a lot of cultures, but red in China is associated with prosperity because it is associated with life. I did mention red before, but that is why it's associated with life. So you think blood, our blood is red. And then finally, a money tree. Money trees are a key plant used in feng shui, actually. Unfortunately, I have a bad history of keeping money trees alive. Every money tree I've ever owned has died. So I think I've kind of given up on money trees personally. It's just not a plant I have luck with. But the money tree, the reason why they're considered attractors of prosperity is that the stems, they have 5 leaves. So the 5 leaves is believed to represent the earth, fire, water, wind, and metal, which are the 5 elements that are used in feng shui. Many businesses actually keep a money tree near the cash register for good fortune. You'll see a lot of, Chinese businesses will actually do this. And also placement in the home to promote wealth is believed to be the southeast corner of your home. So you can try that, maybe learn a little bit about feng shui. But yeah, money trees are believed to bring luck and prosperity to the owner of the tree. I don't know what it means that I kept on killing my money tree. I feel like that's not a good sign, but I have attracted financial abundance and prosperity in other ways in my life. So money tree might not be for everybody, but some people may really like keeping a money tree. And oh my goodness, that is the end of my list. I need to get some water. I've been talking forever. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful, informative. Maybe you learned something new. I just wanted to create a nice, quick, easy reference guide for you guys. So I'll have some timestamps below if you want to revisit this, because you need to find out, you know, oh, I can't remember what the crystals were, or I can't remember what the herbs are when you're doing your actual money magic. Come back here. That's why I do this. This video will also be found in the Grimoire playlist. So the Grimoire playlist is everything to do with magic. It's everything to do with your spell work, with raising energy, with whatever it is, correspondences, everything that you need to build a spell, everything you need to cast a spell. That's the whole idea behind that, is like, I wanted to create a nice digital grimoire for you guys. I'll be honest, sometimes I need to brush up on my stuff too. And I do research before I do these videos, but then like sometimes you forget things because life is busy and you have so many things on your mind. So sometimes I will actually revisit my own videos as a reference for my own spell work. So I just wanted to create something helpful for you guys. Obviously, it's always good to do your own research. I'll make sure to link that below for you guys as well. Anyways, thank you so much for being here. I hope you guys have a fantastic day or night whenever you're watching this, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care, guys. Love you all. Bye-bye.